What if the clarity you're waiting for before you take action actually arrives because you took action? So many midlifers that I speak to are stuck in decision paralysis. They're waiting for the perfect time, the perfect plan, the perfect idea for everything to fall into place. But here's what I've learned. You don't find your confidence, you don't find that next step, and you certainly aren't able to map out the complete strategy to having your desired next chapter through simply thinking about it, through staying in that place of can't quite decide and sitting on the fence. You only find absolute clarity about what to do next and what is right to you by giving it a go, because then you know. When I started over in midlife, my new life, my new business, my new body, my new identity, I didn't have a fully mapped out, detailed plan. I just knew that I wasn't happy as I was and that things had to change. What I did have was the notion that I needed a fresh start and a new way of thinking. My spidey senses were telling me that things had to change and that staying the same was just no longer an option. I found myself wondering, what if I tried new things? And that curiosity, it gave me the courage to start. And starting gave me the clarity that I was so desperately craving. So if you are sick of holding yourself back, if you are in a place where you're thinking, I just want to know what to do already, then this is the episode for you. Hey gorgeous, welcome back or welcome for the first time to Start Over and Rise. I am so pleased to have you here. This is for you if you are a midlife maverick or a wise woman who is ready to stop settling and to start building a life that feels like you again. I'm Sara Burton, your Start Over coach and your biggest cheerleader for you doing life your way. Today, we are talking about the idea of give it a go and then you know. It's something that has become a real mantra in my life, something that pushes me out of my comfort zone to try new things. And it is a mindset that has changed so much for me. And as I pass it on to more and more clients, it is working for them too. So let's get into the first piece of this. Write this down. Clarity doesn't come first, action does. And this has been proven time and time again through my own personal lived experience, but also through working with my clients. And as we go through this, you can probably think of examples where it's worked for you too. We're of a generation where it's been known that we've been taught to wait until we're absolutely sure before we take action. But we can never be sure. We can never guarantee the outcome. So how do we get sure? By being curious enough to give it a go, to explore, to see what happens when you stop overthinking and you just do the thing. It's as simple as this. Action leads to feedback, which leads to clarity. So when you have an idea, when you want to find out more about something, giving it a go is actually how you find out if it's going to work for you. Are you going to enjoy it? Is this something you want to do more of? Or is it a case of, no, thank you, I don't want to do that? And you can now dismiss the idea and move on to something else. You can't think your way into a new business or a new life or a new relationship or indeed anything. You've got to live and experience your way into those new things. You've got to give it a go and then you know. So the second part to this is fear of regret needs to be greater than your fear of failure. Most people don't regret the things that they tried and failed at. They regret the things they never actually gave a go. And in midlife, that regret can get really, really loud. Think about it. When you've done something more recently and it worked out well, you've probably found yourself thinking, why didn't I do this sooner? What would have happened if I just said yes, got brave and done it earlier? Sometimes we can really kick ourselves over these things. Meanwhile, that thing that you haven't done yet, that's swimming around in your mind, draining your energy as you keep thinking about it and being in this push-pull of should I, shouldn't I, is still there. And you really aren't going to know if it's the thing for you until you give it a go. So think about that. Will you regret not actually trying it? Or will you regret failing trying or discovering that it was the best thing you've ever done? So why not give yourself a new option? If you are so done with being indecisive, make a decision, give it a go, and then you'll know. Let it be messy. Let it be the thing that teaches you exactly what to do next. Now, if some of this is beginning to hit home a little bit, then I want to invite you to sign up for my free Start Over and Rise Masterclass. In this masterclass, I walk you through my proven 5-step Start Over and Rise method that I use with clients to help them work through how best to take action without second guessing their next moves. I'll put the link in the show notes and the description so you can go on over and take a look. Okay, back to it. So the third part to this is you don't need to be sure. You just need to be willing. There are no guarantees. You don't need a guarantee. You don't need to be brilliant at whatever it is you want to do next straight away. And here's the best bit. You don't even need to be 100% sure. Not yet. You just need to be curious enough to follow that instinct that you have because it's there for a reason. It's there so that you can find enough courage to say, let's just see what happens if I give this a go. So let me rephrase this. It is totally possible for your curiosity to be greater than your need for certainty. Start before you're ready. You will save yourself so much time and effort and heartache. Being willing is more than enough and will lead you to great things. So be willing to test, to tweak, to learn, to grow. Be willing to feel a bit awkward. Be willing to start to figure it out. Because every step you take is another lesson, is another experience. The clarity, the confidence, the knowing doesn't come first. They all come through you taking action. So if your curiosity has been sparked, if your spidey senses are getting stronger and stronger, I'm telling you that it is time to move forward, then this is your sign. So remember this phrase, give it a go, and then you'll know. I promise once you start to adopt this mindset, amazing things will start to happen and you will start to create big shifts from where you are now to where you want to be. And as I said earlier, if you do want more support with that, don't forget, sign up to the Start Over and Rise Masterclass. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me. If you got value from today, please hit like and subscribe or follow the podcast or share it with someone who might just need to hear this episode today. And let me know, what was your biggest takeaway from today's episode? Pop it in the comments if you're watching on YouTube, or drop me a DM if you want on Instagram. You will find me at Start Over with Sara over there. And all of the links are in the show notes. I would love to hear what landed for you today. What are you going to take action on next? And when are you going to do it? Start to make shift happen right now. Why not? There's no better time to do it. So all that's left for me to say is, remember, it is never too late to start over from where you are right now and rise to where you want to be. Thanks for joining me. It's an absolute pleasure to have you with me, and I will see you on the next episode.